Okay, so just modified these parts by cutting them. Basically took out one stud each. Basically, if this was whole, but I'd measure, put this down and draw a line with a fine pen and just carefully saw it off with this. And just file it down just to smooth out any burrs as much as possible, and hopefully this will meet up okay like this to form something that goes 6 across, or 3 across rather. That would be put back here, and then this was 8 studs wide, but what I need is 7 because it's 4 and 3. See under there, and I'm not going to go into this. I talked about this in another video, but if I were to add one underneath this just to raise this part, then all this wouldn't be a line across the top, and I have to raise that, and then this will be too low, then I have to raise that. Yeah, I don't want to go that far. I don't think. Let's just get most of it with the overhang, and that should help give me the look that I was going for. Because again, I explained it earlier, but basically what they had originally done wasn't right, to put it simply. Good attempt, but as I studied the reference photos over and over and over again, I kept changing stuff and trying to just get the right look that matched it the best. So anyways, I'm going to pull these out and then stick these in, and I'm going to see how it looks like when I'm done with it. Just one more thing, there was like black that I put under there as to create, you saw earlier there was 2 plates actually, to create basically like I was trying to create the effect of a shadow cast from the top part, just to sort of mimic a bit of depth. Since I'm actually doing an overhang now, I don't need that effect, so I'm going to just use a solid, actually instead of 2 pieces, I get one long, whatever this is, so 2 by 12 in the dark blue-gray. Okay. That's how it looks like. And yeah, I like it. Just gives that extra bit of overhang, which is supposed to have. I wish I could find a way to round it out more, but there's no real pieces that don't quite work. So while I was doing this, I redid the detail here a little bit. Didn't look quite right. I think this is a little bit better. See, there's a part I noticed on the model, the actual one, where there's this little thing that sticks out, and that's the closest thing I could get to that. It's sticking out a little bit more than maybe it should, but I think it's fine. And I finally added, got the other yellow orangey kind of piece like this. Got some extra ones and fill that gap that was there. And it's looking good so far. And again, I'm pretty pleased the way this turned out using that these pieces here, like these short macaroni pieces, basically, that just go in the anti-stud area and create studs, so you can reverse and be able to plop something on top on the other side. It's a great way to like say you got a wing and one side you got plated, or one design, and usually the underside is pretty ugly in comparison because it's just it just looks like little craters or whatever. And so if you wanted to mimic that, either you can put some of those pieces to apply like the same thing on the other side, and it wouldn't add that much thickness to it. Or if you don't mind adding thickness, you can use some of these too that I showed the other day. And still you can just reverse it and you can make it look the same on both sides, which is cool. Because there's a couple of Star Wars ships that, especially the ones that fly, forget the ones that just flat wings and underside look ugly, but at least you can see it evenly on most angles and from the top side, right? And it'll look fine, but once you go underneath, that's good. Like for instance here, nothing you can do about that. Or now you potentially could, but then that would add a little bit too much thickness, and these wings are thick enough. I was thinking of like, say, like, yeah, see this side. You tried to mimic this over here, but not quite. And now that I got those, I mean, I could potentially like create like this look here. Like I can reverse it on this part at least. It might be not, you might not be able to do on all the parts, but at least the parts like this, these couple of tiles here. This one's kind of covered, but there's a potential to at least clean it up a bit. But yeah, this would be with the wings down, of course. This would be its best view. Well, imagine the other, this should be flipped underneath, obviously when it's in flight. But this is the best angle to view it from. You don't want to see it mostly from this side, especially if you can see the tail even from underneath. But yeah, these are pretty good, and they're not expensive. And they actually arrived in a relatively quick amount of time. I think I got these within a week or so. I think almost certainly under 2. They got these out fairly quick, so didn't have to wait too long for this. And yeah, so there we're at for now. Once I get everything finalized, then like I mentioned, I'll glue in the guns with Elmer's, so it'll hold, but it won't be like super permanent. I can always remove it. And I think most of this is looking pretty good. Got to finish the cannon area. I'm still waiting for those pieces. And was there something else? Oh, I'm probably going to need to cut this down. It's a little bit too tall. Somewhere like right about here. It should be angled forward more, but there's no way to really do that. And I can't think of any other piece that would fit there that would work in that same way. This is close enough to like what whatever this array is. I think of it as some sort of antenna on the ship. Yeah, it should be just a bit shorter like that, where my thumb is, more or less. And oh, I might rework this. I got the barrel piece, but it is a little bit right in here. It would look pretty good, but it's just a bit lined, but I think it might just work. But I need to get an axle pin to hold this in, and then figure out how to hold the other end to that, because we kind of flip-flopped it a bit. I have an idea, but we'll see if that'll look good. If not, I might just stick with this. I mean, this is not too bad what I did with this. But this would make it look a little bit more accurate in a way that it's supposed to be a little bit conical, tapers to the front a bit, and it has these textures, like these lines going across, so that would help. But I don't know, we'll fiddle with that when we get to that. But I think I'm almost there finally. Just the cannons, glue those in. I'll think about if I want to change this up a little bit again. I might just remove this and extend these guys, like making that set to go forward. And I think that might look closer to what it is. We'll see. I'll think about it. There we go. I think it's looking pretty good. Alright, that's it. Thanks for watching this pretty quick update. Just custom cutting these pieces, and they look like they fit pretty well the way I had them cut. So I don't have any odd gaps or unevenness to where they're meeting the other pieces. So that came out pretty good. Okay, thanks for watching.